Hi, my name's Sonam Sen. I'm from Lighthouse Christian Center and this is my testimony. So I grew up in a Hindu Brahmin family my whole life, and during that time I remember going to the temple a lot, and even then I would deal with anxiety and depression for most of my life. And I remember despite going to the temple, despite memorizing chants and prayers, it never did anything to make my hurt go away, never made me feel any less pain. And when I was 13 years old, I got invited to church for the first time. And I remember walking through those doors, and for the first time, with anxiety, you feel this like unsettling feeling in your chest. But the first time I walked through those doors, I felt that boulder lift up. And that really opened my heart to get to know God. During that year, I didn't actually go to church. I would go to youth, and there I would encounter God, and there I would just hear Jesus speak to me through the music, speak to me through the word, through people, and I could feel him calling me for a deeper relationship. And during that time, it was actually the first time I heard that God loved me. Growing up, you were always taught that if you don't get everything right, then it's a shame. Like, if you don't do every single prayer right, you would have to start over. You would do mantras for so long, and then if you mess up, you have to start again, and when you do, God's angry at you. So I always grew up with the mindset, no, God's mad at me. But for the first time, it was as if God saw all of me, my mess and my brokenness, and said, that's the person I want. So at the end of the year, I became the first Christian in my household, and I can say that brought a lot of struggles of itself, you know. And during that time, it's not as if the moment I accepted God, my anxiety and depression went away. It was rather that each time I did feel that boulder on my chest, and each time I did feel an attack coming, or each time that I felt like there was no hope and I reached the end of my rope, there was always that hope, and it was Jesus. It was the fact that he was with me when I was breaking down and crumbling, and he chose to sit beside me and just comfort me. With things like, we find that when we actually get saved, you don't get fixed straight away. It's a process. But the thing is, Jesus is willing to be with us through our process. That's what makes him so different. I'm 18 now, and I'm in my final year of high school, and I'm a main leader of a Christian group there, and I get to mentor a lot of young people. A lot of people are interested in coming to know about God, especially those who don't have that Christian background, and I'm grateful that I can share my story with them, even though it may still be a bit messy right now. All in all, God is faithful, and he's good, and he's loving, and those are the things about him, and that's what makes him so worth it. That's what makes Jesus so worth it. There's this saying in our youth group, being young is a calling and not a phase. And I truly believe that that was the case for me, and that's the case for you as well. Thank you.